Welcome back to this episode of Building a Backyard Ferrari. This is episode 5, and it's probably the most asked question. How do we fit the body? How do we fit the engine? And that's what we're going to be covering in this episode. So far, in the first 4 episodes, we showed how we purchased a Triumph TR3. We stripped it down to its bare bones and rebuilt the frame and suspension and components. So we're back from SEMA. We're going to show you how that went and what we might have purchased for a future video series here at Devin Sports Cars. So from now, we'll go to the time elapse and show you a little bit how we got this far and what we need to do and what you'll need to do. On previous episodes, we removed the body off the TR3 frame. We can install the 295 body, but we noticed the configurations of the car are such that the engine would stick up out of the hood of the 295. So we need to remove the engine and then reconfigure it farther back in the car, 2 inches lower, with the trans and the shifter further back. This will improve the comfort of the driver and the shifting position. And this is what it looks like on the frame. I mocked up a motor mount in the original location. Here's the new location. About 9.5 inches back, 2 inches down. And we did this to get our motor now underneath the new Devin body, so it doesn't have to stick out over the top. And added benefit, it should improve the handling because now my weight is going to be lower. And here's an example of what we did in the back for our transmission mount. We reinforced it underneath there, so we're good and strong even though we cut out a little bit of the frame. Very happy. I'll show you what the motor looks like in a minute. Is there any rule of thumb we're looking at here, not to exceed like 4 degrees or?
Yeah, fair point. It depends on how the vehicle is being used. A leaf-sprung car has a tendency to, have the pinion walk up the ring gear and affect the suspension a little bit differently. So being a leaf-sprung car, we're probably going to want to shoot for something in that 3 to 4 degree range. So I think by lowering this transmission, almost like the thickness of what we see here down below there, is going to get us in that 3 to 4 degree range.
All right, that's what we'll be shooting for today. And building a transmission mount. Obviously move the engine back, move the transmission back, so we got to come up with a new mounting system. When I first started this project, I wanted to replace all the bolts and nuts. I thought it'd be cool to do. Then somebody pointed out, why are you doing that? These bolts are probably a lot better than the bolts you can buy today. I weighed some of them, and some of the old bolts, especially a big heavy transmission bolt like this, is about 20% heavier than its new replacement. So not a bad idea to reuse the old bolts. Engine in, we built the hoop that supports the body. A Triumph is what they call a ladder frame chassis. Body on, does not rely the body to give the chassis any rigidity, so the chassis stays by itself. Although the hoop might add a little bit of rigidity to the frame or chassis, it's really there just to support the body. So stay tuned, we'll show you what we bought in SEMA for our next build, but until then, hit that like, subscribe, ring the bell, and continue to watch as we build this Devin TR3. We're back from SEMA. While at SEMA, we got to see what a lot of the other builders are doing out there in the space and collected ideas. And we ran into some guys from Gander, Chevrolet, and Nissan. And they ended up selling us this Chevrolet Craze LS3 motor. 430 horsepower, aluminum heads, aluminum block. It's going to be fitted up in this Devin SS, which we're calling Tiffany. And it's being built for a very special friend of mine, and we hope to get these episodes together coming up. So a little teaser for some upcoming episodes of what we're doing here at Devin Sports Cars.